What's up, fucker?
How the hell are you?
Good. I think maybe we should just change up the intro, and it's just going to be Doctor. We have come to this meeting at this conjuncture to discuss things that need to be solved.
Yeah. We switched it up a little bit. We're doing healthy things.
We are doing healthy things. I mean,
Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor. Could be. I'd be all right with that.
Ooh, that actually tastes like cookies and cream. That's very strawberry.
It's unfair how good they are. Spilt, send us a sponsor.
Yeah, we've switched up the alcohol for some fucking gains, dude.
I know, dude. That hurt my shoulder.
Yeah. Ow. Since we are doctors today, we're talking about some pretty scientific shit.
Some doctor stuff.
Some doctor shit. We've talked about interspace. We've talked about aliens.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about the consciousness. Now we go outside.
Now we got to go far-reaching. We have to go outside of our own solar system
To find a mystery
to solve this mystery.
Yeah, we're like Scooby-Doo of like actual shit.
I like that. Scooby-Doo of actual... That's a sticker right there. Yeah. I mean, it's so easy solving the problems of this solar system. Let's step out a little bit.
Let's go intergalactic.
Do you want to just like cut it short? We'll just say our theory now and call it a day. 6-minute episode.
Yeah.
No, I actually do want to talk about it because there's a lot of really cool shit to talk about.
There is. Today we are talking about a few different things, I guess.
We'll just call it interstellar objects.
Yes.
And anomalous objects.
I like that.
I just came up with that. It's the protein drink.
So yeah, the other day I guess it was like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago now. Stitch showed me a little short, a little clip of somebody that was talking about this object that they've been tracking, or they just kind of saw it through their satellite systems, that was moving into our solar system from outer space. And it's an unknown object. They've never seen it before. And there was one Harvard astrophysicist that even said that the way that it's behaving, it could possibly be an alien spacecraft. We're talking about, of course, at that time it was known as 3I-Atlas, an interstellar body that's moving into our solar system.
Yeah, I like that. The way they designate those things. So 3 is the third interstellar object that they've detected. Mm-hmm. I is for interstellar, and then the name Atlas is for whoever discovered it or whoever decided to name it that.
Atlas is an acronym for the satellite detecting system.
Because the first one, Oumuamua, was because it was discovered in Hawaii. They gave it a Hawaiian name.
Yeah.
And then the other one, the Russian one, was found by an amateur, what do you call it? What's the word when you just stare through a telescope? Astronomer. An amateur astronomer discovered it, so they named it after him.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
So when there's 4I and 5I, you'll know that they're in order.
So yeah, this is the third interstellar object they've actually seen. I mean, that's a pretty big deal in all the... I guess since they've been recording stuff like that, it probably hasn't been that long. I mean, Muamua was in 2015 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 17.
And that was the first object that they knew that came from outside of our solar system, so it was a pretty big deal. Just like this one should be. I mean, if you're kind of into the...
I think it should be a big deal for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, whatever theorizing aside, it's still very cool to see that there is somehow a connection between our solar system and another solar system.
Yeah.
That even if it's, let's just say it's a giant piece of poo because giants live in the next solar system, somehow there's a connection.
It's like a wet fart, you just like, burp.
No, it's like we're the toilet for giants or something. Because when you look at it, it looks kind of like a big floating piece
They
of shit.
just flush it and it just swirls around the whole galaxy till it gets swallowed by a black hole.
Yeah. That's how big they are.
Yeah.
I mean, this object is reportedly 16 miles long. You know, it's roughly the size of Manhattan.
Yeah.
So if that's 16 miles long, how big do you have to be to poop that out?
Yeah.
And is it like a normal one? Is it a massive one? Is it like their rabbit poop? Who knows?
If you imagine
That was
16 miles in diameter, that, I mean, I know the one there was an asteroid that blew up over Siberia in like 1908 or something like that, the Tunguska event.
allegedly.
And it was, they approximate that it was probably around 200 meters in diameter. And it flattened over like 2 million square miles or something. 2,000 square miles of forest.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode, but I don't believe that was any kind of meteorological event. I believe that was a weapons test.
Really?
Yeah. And I think Tesla was behind it. And then it happened, and he probably had deep regrets.
Interesting.
That's just my theory.
Yeah, I've only looked, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be, it has to be an episode.
Curious and curiouser.
We can solve that one too. I mean, it's what we do here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if something like that were to actually impact the Earth, it would...
We're done.
It would end everything.
Yeah, plus it's moving at 130,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah.
And what is the speed of light, or the speed of sound is...
700 miles an hour.
Yeah, 770, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's moving way faster than anything we've ever seen, except for that one manhole cover that was shot into the atmosphere at 150,000 miles an hour.
That's probably in orbit now in some other star system.
Yeah, it just lands on some alien planet, and they're like, oh my God, there's intelligent life out there. New York City sewer?
I kind of wonder, like, if it just, like... So you would think the heat from that would probably just put it, like, make it into a molten ball of... Like, it looks like a teardrop now hurling through space. It looks probably like a comet. Like a small comet. Off-gassing through space.
Yeah, I don't know, though. Because of the cold vacuum of space, I don't think it would morph like that. Not just, with the outside elements, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if the aliens ever come, they're going to be like, did you fucking drop this, dude? Is this yours? No, I've never seen that before in my life, dude.
No, Manhattan, no. No.
Trump is on the phone. Quick, you change the name of Manhattan, do it fast.
Name it, I don't know, Trumpsville, USA.
Name it DT Town. It's fine. I basically own it anyway.
So yeah, they have observed this thing and kind of mapped its trajectory, because that's what they have to do, because of course they're worried about things hitting, and that's what the Atlas system is kind of designed to do, is see objects that are headed our way so that we might have a chance to try to knock it off course or the typical Armageddon movie scenario.
Go up there and drill it. Drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill. Put some nukes on that thing and blast it out of orbit.
Yeah, and then the two pieces will just barely miss us.
Yeah.
Which is not how gravity works. But movie's got a movie.
Yeah, I mean, if they can bring dinosaurs back to life, they can do whatever they want to do.
I spent so long thinking about if they could, I never thought about if they should.
Fair point. But yeah, so when they first saw it, they didn't know what it was, and so there was a lot of speculation going around the internet about what it could be and what it is. Now they've determined that it is a comet because they can now see the coma the tail of the comet. And basically what happens when it passes by the sun heats up one side and it off gases and shoots out like a tail of debris and gases that burn up from the heat of the sun. And then usually they can determine kind of what elements it's made out of by the color of the tail. If it's blue or green or red, it'll be composed of different elements. But if it's coming from some star system that we're unaware of, then who knows what it's made of.
That reminds me of something I saw on the Sean Ryan show, and I didn't listen to the whole interview. I just saw like a clip of it on social media, and this guy was talking about that he met aliens, and he wanted to ask them all these questions, and they were like some situation where he didn't have time. He's like, I just have one question. They're like, okay. He's like, how are you able to move through space and time, or time-space, so effortlessly? Because we think about, from our perception, if we want to get from here to there, we have to put an object in motion very fast in that direction for a long period of time. How do you guys do it? And they said, well, think about a Rubik's Cube. And on your side of the Rubik's Cube, you have your whole periodic table. But on our side, we have a different periodic table. So if we move the Rubik's Cube to where our periodic table is on your side, we can be there. He's like, and once you can figure that out, you'll understand. I still haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me think, like, if they can't figure out what this comet is made of, it's because it's made of elements that don't exist in this solar system.
Right.
So it's like, send it here. Now those elements exist in the solar system, but for what purpose? Granted, they say it's going to pass through our solar system and then just fuck off and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But what if it's something else?
Yeah. So yeah, they've tracked the trajectory of it, and it's going to fly pretty close to Mars. Well, close, I mean like it's like 40 million miles away from Mars.
Yeah.
But close enough that we'll be able to see it in the sky, for sure. And they say we're supposed to be able to see it between October and December of this year. In the sky. So, watch for that, I guess.
I've been seeing, like, obviously going on the deep dive on it, seeing all these people talk about, I guess it's moved up, it's going to be here in 2 weeks. And there's zero verifiable source on where that came from, so I don't think 2 weeks is going to be a thing. But yeah, you will be able to see it on its approach, and then when it passes, and then it's going to curve around the sun, make one more appearance, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Forever, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Unless it destroys the planet.
Yeah, unless we're just gone forever after that.
Yeah. Well, somebody else was theorizing, like, how smart of a move would it be to, if you're going to send this object to, let's say, destroy humanity or whatever, let everybody have a glimpse of it, and then it's going to go around the sun where we can't point our probes at, and then it pops out on the back side of the sun. We get one more look at it, just in time for it to annihilate us.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be like the ultimate drive-by, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just like, hey, we're not going to harm you, JK.
Alien drive-bys. Interstellar drive-by.
That'd be the biggest flex ever.
It would be. If they have the technology, I mean, if advanced civilizations in other worlds have the technology to send something here, I don't see why they wouldn't have the technology to just be like, arm it and with a weapon that just destroys carbon matter, carbon.
Yeah. Better nuke the site from orbit, just to be sure.
So yeah, one of the things that they're talking about doing, or like, I think that even Senator Luna retweeted a post from Avi Loeb, who was the astrophysicist that was talking about the potential of it being an interstellar spacecraft of some sort. But he was saying either way, no matter what it is, it's coming from outside of our solar system. It could be something that we have no understanding of.
Yeah.
We should probably send something to try to look at it or see what it's made up of, or see what's on it. And so he is like petitioning NASA to send a probe to kind of intercept the comet as it passes Mars.
And they'll just do what NASA does, and they'll drag their ass and say there's nothing to worry about. And then we all know how it's going to go down. Elon's going to be like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, guys, by the way, sorry to be the one to tell you, but it actually is an alien.
Bezos, this could be your chance, dude. Go for it, man.
Right?
Outshine fucking...
I saw something about he just got married or something like that, so he's busy.
Yeah. He's blasting other rockets off.
I don't know. I saw pictures of his wife. I get it. She's a pretty attractive gal. Of course, when you're worth like $10 bajillion fucking dollars, why would you marry somebody who's not attractive?
Yeah, I mean, with all these movies coming out, like Companion and these robot, like people.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why he wouldn't just make a robot.
I saw the funniest post. This is way off topic, but it was like for $175,000 you can buy an AI-driven female robot who will cook, clean, and please you. And then it was like a little space. And why would you spend money on something that's callous, cowardly, lazy, selfish, has no soul, when you could just buy a robot? Savage. I'm not bashing women. Jesus.
That's just something that was somebody else. Somebody else was bashing women,
and it was funny.
Yeah. Comedy is comedy, I guess.
It is, but comedy is also subjective. So if you're a woman and you're offended, it probably does apply to you. Sorry. Anyway, comets. Here's the theorizing part. This is where like my little mind just goes bananas. And I thought about, if you were going to send a probe or a weapon or even just a ship to what you feel is a less advanced solar system, you would probably want it to be camouflaged in a way that they can understand. And if you can look into that solar system and you go, they have asteroids and comets and meteors all the time, and they're all basically geological formations. Why don't we just make our ship look like one of those in a way?
Yeah. That's what you do, I guess, if you're smart and thinking it. Maybe they've done it before. Like, we're stupid enough to send out, like, the Hubble telescope.
And it doesn't look like anything.
It looks like a Hubble telescope.
It looks like a big weird thing with fins and covered in gold and shit. Like, even aliens are like, what the they make that out of paper mache?
Is that tinfoil?
Well, I also thought about, all the stories over the years of people who have been abducted or experimented on by aliens. A lot of them come out and they find out that they have things implanted in their body where it's usually some kind of piece of tech that we can't understand, but it's wrapped in tissue when it's implanted. So your body doesn't see it as a foreign object and reject it. So it kind of made me think about hybridization, where you're trying to, in that case, hybridize biological material with technology. Like, why wouldn't you do the same with technology and geological material?
Yeah.
Besides, if gigantic rocks floating through space can withstand the temperature and the elements and things like that, why wouldn't you use it as kind of an armor?
Yeah. Makes sense to me. I had the same thought of, like, that's exactly what I thought of, was like, why wouldn't you camouflage it as something that is already seen, or like will be dismissed as something that, you know, they are familiar with.
Yeah.
Kind of like wearing camouflage when you go hunting, so the deers think, oh, that's just a human-shaped bush. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird, but it doesn't look harmful. I mean, if there, you know, some civilization from another solar system was going to send, like, you know, a ship to come over and just kill us all, they're not going to be like, let's make it extra fucked up and make it look like the mothership from Independence Day, or let's make it look like the ship from the day the Earth stood still, just to, you know, get them all wound up.
Yeah. Just to instill the terror, or like make it look like a huge fucking grasshopper in the sky.
Oh God, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
It's just a giant
Praying
dildo.
mantis comes up. Oh shit! What the fuck is that?
It's a tarantula. You're like, 70% of the world is just panicking just because it looks like a tarantula.
Yeah. So that kind of leads us into another object that has been seen or identified, the Black Knight satellite.
Very interesting. There's so much detail that goes into it, but originally it was spotted, I think in the 60s. Was that it? I was trying to brush up on it this morning, but...
So, the first reports of it being kind of like known about was like early 1900s, because Tesla...
Yeah, that's right.
Was picking up radio frequencies from something that he didn't know what it was, and so they mapped it out and found out that it was this coming from this object that was in space. It was like 1908 or something like that, if I remember correctly. And then they first got eyes on it in the early 1950s, and both Russia and the United States kind of blamed each other for having this spy satellite up in orbit that was kind of spying on each other, or spying on the other country. And then when they actually looked at it, they kind of measured it to be big enough that it was, the mass of it would probably have to weigh around 15 tons, and then we
had no technology to be able to get 15 tons into space like that.
We don't have it, and you guys don't have it either, so what the fuck is this thing?
Must be the Chinese.
Yeah.
China.
So there was, they saw this thing that was floating in orbit, and the thing that was weird about it was, I think this was even before they had launched Sputnik, which was the first satellite. I think it was launched in 1955 or 7 or somewhere around there.
Yeg would know. Those are his people.
Yeah, Yeg. Hit us in the comments. Don't talk to us in person. Just hit us.
Yeah, we're salty about you not showing up for Summerween, piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I have a new laptop. I have to fucking look at my laptop for it all day. Bring your fucking laptop with you.
He's just there looking at pictures of Angelina Jolie.
Wow.
Oh my God. You're the only female I'm attracted to.
So yeah, they see this thing, and it's, I think what they thought was weird about it, even after Sputnik was launched and they started putting satellites up into orbit, they were still looking at this thing, and it was the orbit that it was taking was something that we didn't have the technology for. It was going in retrograde.
Yeah.
Which our satellites that we were putting up in the early days had to go kind of with the
spin of the Earth.
spin of the Earth. So it's called prograde or
or
something like that. Whatever.
yeah. Retrograde is in reverse.
Right.
I know Mercury's always in retrograde.
Yeah.
That's what's just ruining my life, I guess.
That and the Hadron Collider, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even stand a chance.
They're going to turn that fucking thing on again.
Just do it. Just go full bore.
They're actually building a bigger one now.
I saw that. It's supposed to be done in like 10 years or some shit.
All fucked.
That's fine. We may not make it past November at this point,
True.
so...
It's true. If that 2029 was coming also, so...
I mean, we're supposed to get disclosure in 2027, so at least we'll know.
Disclosure on, we don't know about aliens, but there's an asteroid that's going to hit next year, so go ahead and start doing yoga now. That way when it comes, you can go ahead and kiss your own ass goodbye. You have the flexibility and strength. So they were watching this thing, it's going in retrograde, and they thought that was odd, and then as they were observing it, they noticed that it switched its orbit and started going in a polar. Instead of going like around the Earth like this, it started going around the Earth like this. And so they thought that, we don't have the technology for that either. And so there was a lot of speculation that it was something that was put there by somebody else or some other...
It would stand to reason.
Yeah.
I mean, when technology seems way more advanced than what we can possibly grasp in our mind, it's, to me, the obvious reaction is somebody else, right? You think about like in the 60s when people would watch Star Trek and there would be like, the big screen and they would basically have a FaceTime call, or they'd touch their little communicator and talk and have laser guns and shit. And those people thought, oh, we're going to have that in the future. And we did. But then you think about these technologies like that can not only go in retrograde, when we couldn't do that, or have that polar radius and do all these crazy things that we can't wrap our mind around because our technology is not there. Like, it stands to reason to me somebody else came here with that. It wasn't like with the Star Trek reference, like somebody went to Gene Roddenberry, was like, hey, do you want to make a FaceTime call? Hey, do you want to push a button and talk to somebody? Or do you want to use a laser gun? Like, it wasn't like that. He just came up with that shit.
Right.
Versus that is something that was observable happening in that moment that nobody else could replicate.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, aliens probably did it.
So yeah.
Or time travelers.
If aliens did place it there, how long has it been there? And that's another key point to this whole mystery that we have to unravel. So like I said before, I was listening to Billy Carson on the way over here. And we all know that Billy Carson says a lot of things. Period.
He shows up at people's houses at 2 a.m. begging them not to post a podcast. I really like Billy Carson. I really do. The way he says things very matter-of-factly is like, whatever he believes, he's researched it. He really believes it. He never comes off as like ill-tempered or anything. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoy him. But then that whole meltdown thing was like, what are you doing, man?
No, come on, man. Don't do that.
Your credibility is already stretched with a lot of people. Like, just let it go.
Yeah.
Take the L.
Take the L. Just, hey, I was wrong about that. Oopsies.
Did you ever watch it?
Yeah. The where he used the door cam, or?
No, I didn't know there was a door cam. I just heard the story.
Oh, yeah.
I was talking about the episode where he's debating the theologian guy.
I saw like a synopsis of what happened on somebody else's channel.
I watched like half of it. After a while, I was like, this is painful. This is like watching Mike Tyson beat up a toddler, right? Because everything that would get discussed, there's Billy Carson on his phone, just like scrambling, trying to find an answer. Just, dude, just say, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay. Or just say, you got me on that one. But he's just like, no, hold on, let me find this. You're not helping your argument.
Yeah. And I kind of wonder if it's like, man, if you spend so much time talking about so many different things, you have to stay in line with all the things that you've already said. So, like, if somebody questions what you have said in the past, if you can't remember exactly what it was that you said, if you misstep a few different words here and there, then you might be taken as, like, not credible or...
Oh, well, yeah, and plus opinions and things like that change over time.
Right.
So,
it should, for sure.
yeah, if they don't, you got a big problem.
Yeah.
But it's somebody like him in that kind of stratosphere of these more fringe out there theories and topics, which most of them really aren't, but they are probably to a normal person who doesn't, research it for fun.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit to keep straight with him, and I think sometimes he just needs to stay in his own lane.
Yeah.
Like, if you believe in all the Anunnaki stuff, that's fine, but don't go challenging other religions. Just let them do their own thing.
Right.
But anyway, what did Billy Carson say about the Black Knight?
So, in true David Icke fashion, it seems to me that Billy Carson always has a road back to the Anunnaki and the ancient alien hypothesis.
I like what you did there.
So his theory is that, in the ancient Sumerian tablets, in the Tablet of Thoth, which he has written a book about, they talk about this thing being up in the sky, the eye, and they're the eye, all-seeing eye, and he's suggesting that maybe this was something that the Anunnaki actually brought with them and put in orbit so that the King Thoth would have a way of observing all the as they're like cultivating this species on our planet. So he has a way of watching to see how it's going and stuff like that as he sits wherever he's based at. And so it was actually placed there 13,000 years ago, and it's been in orbit kind of watching human development, if not being transmitted to wherever it came from back to, so they can keep an eye on what their little ant farm is doing here.
Yeah.
But also they said that he said that there was a bunch of researchers, a bunch of different groups that were researching it, and so this thing was transmitting radio signals, and they said they were actually able to decipher what the radio signals were saying, and it said it was kind of talking about where it was originated from, and it was pointing to this star system. Can't think of the name right now, but a certain star system that's like 15,000 or 15 light years away from here. But that's what it was on repeat, like this radio signal was saying. But the origin doesn't line up today to the coordinates that it's talking about. So you'd have to go back 13,000 years when the Earth was on a different axis tilt.
Yeah, because your whole star map is totally different from that time to now.
Yeah, so there's a 26,000 year light, or 26,000 year cycle that the Earth goes through on its axis. It wobbles in a circular motion like this, the top pointing up. And so whichever angle you're at a certain point in time, you're going to see a different part of the sky, or the stars are going to be aligned a different way. And so that message, as they're decoding it, is the only way that it could point in that direction if it was at a certain point in time, 13,000 years ago, which lines up with the Younger Dryas.
Yeah, and I haven't looked into it. I'm only like digging my memory banks because limited time to prep on this one. But I was thinking about, there was something with Göbekli Tepe that they were talking about. It's 13,000 years old.
Yeah.
Which again lines up with that with Younger Dryas, which is why it would have been buried.
Yeah.
You just resurfaced the whole face of the earth, and this whole city got buried.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So, yeah,
now they're backfilling.
All the pillars in Göbekli Tepe, there's a lot of researchers that say that they decipher the skies in a time period where these asteroids started coming and impacting the Earth in a certain alignment, like I said, the axis spins in a 26,000 year cycle, but the alignment happens every 13,000 years. And that is actually right about now that we're seeing these alignments in the same order in the skies. So it's almost like the Aztec calendar was a 12,500 year calendar. It's almost a half cycle of the long cycle, which is 26,000 years. But you see these certain alignments, and then they're pointing out comets that are coming out from behind the sun so that you can't see them coming.
Yeah.
That's what the pillars in Göbekli Tepe show, is like these asteroids that are coming from. It looks like the Earth or the sun is shooting fireballs at the Earth from their perspective. So that's kind of similar to what we're going to be seeing with this 3-eye atlas making a loop and then coming back towards us from behind the sun.
Yeah, they're just going to pull a full slingshot, charge up their gravity, and plow right into the Earth.
Yeah.
Just
So
end it.
Could it be that the people of Göbekli Tepe knew, and so they built these pillars kind of depicting what to watch out for?
I genuinely believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that a lot of more ancient cultures knew a lot more than we do now.
Yeah.
And I think that there is something to be said for connection with star people or whatever. But really the fact is they're not driven by the same things that we are these days, where we think about more and more and more. We're kind of more selfish. But those people were more connected to nature. They were more connected to, gods and deities and things like that. And they lived much simpler lives. Therefore, I think they were able to really interpret more than we can.
Yeah.
We have so much noise going on in our lives all the time that it's hard to really think about anything outside of our day-to-day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just kind of weird to me that 13,000 year mark has come up so many times in so many different things. But see, you spelled the whole thing out, and basically what I took away is that you said we're going to have an apocalypse here soon.
I didn't say that, but
Fuck it, man.
I will now, dude. Start digging a hole, fill it with water, someplace to shit, and
Not me, man. If there's an apocalypse coming, I'm not going to try to hide from it.
yeah, stand on a mountaintop.
Just fucking cranking one out one last time.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, what are you going to survive to? Starvation, nuclear fallout, like...
Yeah, I mean, if there was an impact like that, if there was a civilization killer impact that hit, I mean, the Y-Files just put out a pretty good kind of depiction on what it would look like, most likely.
It's a very hopeful depiction.
Yeah, very hopeful. But, I mean, even in Turkey, so where Göbekli Tepe it's in Turkey. There's a couple different sites that all have kind of similar carvings and pillars and stuff like that. And but there's one actual whole city that's underground, and so they cut down into the bedrock, and it's an entire cave system of miles and miles of caves with underground aquifers, and they could house probably 5,000, 10,000 people in this cave system. was that how they survived this thing, or was it like an aftermath of them saying, okay, well, we have to be prepared for the next time this happens, and so they started working on this project and they didn't actually ever experience it while it was built, but like it's there for.
It's probably just saved now for the super wealthy.
Yeah. Right now, I think it's kind of like an excavation site or like an archaeological site, but they could turn it into a fallout shelter pretty quick.
I imagine it would withstand probably just as well, if not better, than anything we have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the impact. If there was an impact, I like to say impact.
Impact. I see what you did there. Shout out.
It's not only the impact, it's the what comes with it. There would be earthquakes, there would be tsunamis that would sweep across the world pretty much.
It's basically equivalent to a nuclear fallout without nuclear radiation.
Yeah.
Granted, an explosion that
for sure.
Yeah, but there is radiation that comes with that, but not on the same level of like if an A bomb went off.
Right.
But basically everything else is the same.
Yeah.
You will have a water recession and then tsunamis overflow. You are going to have earthquakes. All the tectonic plates are going to shift.
Yeah.
Like whatever is there now is not going to be there later.
Yeah, they said that if 3I Atlas actually impacted the Earth, it would be the equivalent of 300 times Hiroshima. So, I mean, a nuclear bomb that was 300 times bigger than...
I mean, that took out a city. So imagine 300 cities,
Yeah.
Hiroshima was quite a large city at the time, too. So it's like, you're talking about eliminating a continent.
Yeah.
At the minimum.
Yeah. And then all the dust particles go up into the atmosphere and stay there for years, if not months, if not years, which would kill off all of the plant life. All of the animals would die because they don't have any plants to eat.
Yeah.
Within months, everything.
Yeah, with no sunlight, there's no photosynthesis, there's no growth.
Yeah, which turns into an ice age pretty much because the temperature drops and everything freezes. I mean, you have to go underground to stay warm and stay alive, and then turn into cannibals, I guess.
Yeah, unless like there's a lot of UV lights down there to be able to help grow plants. Other than that, yeah, you'd be cannibals. Yeah. That's why I say, what is there to survive to? The minimum, the first year of survival after a cataclysm like that is just survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
And it's not something I would want to live through.
Yeah, we're talking drinking your own pee.
Bear Grylls is like, I'm in.
Sign me up, dude. I've been fucking living through the apocalypse for the past 15 years.
He's just over there, no way!
I've been pissing in bottles for 30 years now. He just cracks it open like, this is 1996.
This is Wednesdays. Oh, this wasn't after the pub one. Guinness.
So yeah, I mean, there's that whole scenario.
There is. Oh, I did want to go back to 3I Atlas for a second, where they say Avi Loeb was talking about the alignment it's going through to go through our planetary alignment. I can't remember the terminology he used, but the chances...
too precise not to be...
Yeah, he said it's 0.02% chance of actually getting that flight path through our solar system. 0.02% chance. That's pretty slim, and that's part of why he believed that it was potentially NHI related.
Yeah.
Or non-human intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah, and what he means by that is like these comets are flying through space. The chances of it not hitting something or being pulled into orbit from some, gravitational pull of a black hole or a sun or and just kind of skirt through, missing everything, kind of like when I'm playing pool Like I'll hit that cue ball and just like
It just
bounces.
Tokyo drifts around.
Is like, you know, super low odds that it would actually be able to do that without some kind of guidance or some kind of
Yeah. Granted,
intelligence behind it.
that's only on the pathway that we've mapped.
Yeah.
Now, what if it decides it's just going to take like a 90-degree left?
Yeah.
Like, then we'll know for sure.
Shit.
Oh, fuck. That just went from 0.02 to like 0.000002.
Yeah.
So, now, here's a theorization. What if it's time for the Black Knight satellite to go back to where it came from and be relieved? And that's what 3i Atlas is. Like, hey, bro, what's up? Dab up. Get out of here. I got it from here.
Take the bench.
Clocking in.
Yeah.
Or what if it's
Shift
like a
change.
resupply thing?
Yeah.
To resupply if you think of Black Knight as a space station instead of a satellite, eventually it's going to need supplies.
Yeah. You'd think like more alien water,
Yeah.
alien granola bars,
Alien beef jerky.
alien trail mix, I guess.
Alien beer.
Space beer.
Space beer.
What did we say? The intergalactic IPA? Or
Yeah, intergalactic IPA. Which is funny, since then I've seen a whole bunch of beers that have like aliens on them.
Really?
And they're almost always IPAs. Which maybe the aliens prefer IPA. We don't like Budweiser.
Fuck your lager.
Ale is for queers.
What the fuck is a seltzer?
We only eat pine cones, so we drink IPA. Hey man, I like some IPA. Hazy Nosh.
Juicy IPA is pretty good from Wasatch, actually.
Yeah. It's the ones that are like, they're like 8% ABV, and they literally taste like licking sap off of a tree.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh. And you'll see dudes drink them, and they're like, it's so good.
I can taste the hops. I'm like, no, you can taste grass clippings.
That's being generous. Because if you've ever had the Bertie Bott's every flavor jelly bean that tastes like grass clippings, I will take that over an IPA. For sure.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of IPAs.
Very few. But, if there's ever any intergalactic ale, I'm in. Maybe that's what it's full of.
Maybe that's what we need to do is, like, get Avi Loeb on Twitter, tell him to fucking pressure NASA into going to this fucking comet, collecting some samples, dude, getting some shit, bring it back, brew it up, dude.
They're looking for, like, guinea pigs to try
If
it?
you got Bezos, if you want to make trillions and trillions of dollars, do what I just said. Sell it online for a fucking premium price. Like, we're talking about like $10 million a can for this opportunity to taste the fucking intergalactic nosh.
I couldn't afford it, but I'd like to try it.
Yeah.
I did see something a long time ago about in one of, I can't remember exactly how it went, but one of the planets in our solar system has a huge pocket of alcohol just outside of its atmosphere, and that would make like 1 trillion beers or something like that. I'll have to find it and see if I can send it to you, but it was like that amount of alcohol condensed in the vacuum of space would make a bajillion fucking beers. It was a lot.
Yeah. Does fucking Budweiser know about this? They actually did just come out and say there is a Planet X.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen this.
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
So it's a giant planet outside of... So it's the 10th planet. Yes, I'm including Pluto in the planets because I'm that old.
Well, it's like Pluto is a planet. Never mind. Actually, maybe it should be a planet again. Is it a big ball? Okay, cool. Let's just make it a planet.
So yeah, there's another planet that's farther out that they just detected, and we haven't known about it because of its orbit. We weren't able to actually see it because it always is on the opposite side of the sun.
Ooh.
Or something. And so yeah, they've just confirmed it. And I could be fucking totally wrong. Because I just saw it in passing. I was like, oh, that's tight. Next.
Man, you get stuck in that doom scrolling, man. You're just like,
it's fucking
oh,
wicked.
sick. I'll come back to that. And then you never do.
Yeah. And I just didn't even think about it until just right now.
Wouldn't it make sense, though, to have 10 planets in a solar system instead of 9?
Yeah, 9 is fucking gay.
Because it's like, the metric system is a system of 10, principles of 10. You know, and so many other things are principles of 10. There's nothing that's a principle of 9, unless you go by Tesla's idea that if you understand the secrets of the numbers 3, 6, and 9,
yeah, I was
that
going to say the Fibonacci sequence is, highly centric on the 9.
It is, but didn't Lil Jon figure out the 3, 6, 9? 3, 6, 9.
Damn thing's fine.
I hate that song.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
So yeah, I mean, it's not really a question of if it's going to happen, but when is the next asteroid going to hit the Earth?
Yeah, it's unless we were magically able to come up with some kind of planetary defense system to protect us from that sort of thing, which I just don't see happening.
Well, they do have they have tested it out, and they can. It was one of the comets they sent out and knocked it off course just because they wanted to see it. I think this was like 2016 or something like that. They actually did it, but the thing that they didn't really expect that is a complication in the whole thing is that comets aren't really a solid, aren't like just one rock that's a solid piece of whatever. It's like made up of...
It's a collection.
A collection of, smaller, bigger, smaller pieces. So when they tested it, they sent out this thing to collide with one of the asteroids or comets that they were just kind of testing to see if it could be done. And they knocked it off course, but they knocked it off course by a lot more than what they expected would happen.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit it, but it just kind of broke into a bunch of pieces because it's not a solid piece. It's like hitting your cue ball into the group of balls and they all scatter everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not going to split this thing in half, or it's just going to break it up into buckshot pretty much. But when they hit it, a bunch of stuff blew out and off-gassed out from the hole that they hit it and then propelled it in a different direction that they weren't expecting. So right now, it's like if you were to try to hit something off, knock something off course, are you going to hit it and make it a bigger problem? No,
yeah.
So one thing that you have to worry about, it's 10,000 different things that are
because
from all angles.
Comets and even meteorites they have so many variables in them because you have pockets of ice, you have pockets of trapped gas, you have different molecular structures because it is picking up different things, space debris from different planets or garbage floating in space that we put out there. It all can collect together.
Space blankets?
Yeah, space blankets. It just like got one covered over the top. It's all silvery.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many different aspects to that. It's kind of like if you're the kind of idiot who would put tannerite in a microwave, and it's not one single constructive piece. There's glass, there's metal, there's plastic, there's buttons, there's circuitry, there's wires. It's going to not do what you think it's going to do.
Yeah.
And then you pay the price because you're a retard. But that's essentially what it's like if you're going to try to blow up a comet or misdirect a comet. It is going to break and become 20 other problems instead of one.
Yeah.
But how else, can we combat it from now?
Yeah.
Aside from like a super laser weapon that would just, vaporize it.
So yeah, I mean that's what. So the biggest problem right now is, they know that they can do it. They could probably knock it off course by detonating a nuclear bomb in its trajectory to knock it off course. But they do have signed a treaty not to detonate nuclear bombs in space.
Thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. But, I mean, if there was something that was going to, kill half of the world's population, I think they would probably override that treaty. Right now, they have Atlas, this series of different telescopes, like, it's on, I think, 4 different continents that look all throughout space to kind of watch for things that are moving through our solar system. But the only place that they can't look is directly towards the sun.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of a pretty huge blind spot.
Have they tried looking at it through a box with a box with a hole in it?
Sunglasses, if they put sunglasses.
A welding lens over it? I mean,
top of that telescope. Dude, we have to go work at these places? Here, put this right over the top. The Macho Man Randy Savage's glasses are going to work.
the cream is going to rise to the top where you should put the lenses.
So many things that we just solved right now.
Yeah.
So they are actually working on a device, a satellite that they can put in the path of the sun that they can actually look in that direction, but they're not done developing that technology yet, but they're working on it.
You would think that would have been a priority a long time ago. Yeah, we could look at all this other shit, but this 40-degree field of view in the sky, we can't look at.
Don't worry, we'll see that tonight.
Around 7:30, we'll be there, not a problem.
So yeah, I mean, is it something that I think that we should worry about as a society? Yeah, probably we should, start looking into some funding for these types of things. Is it something that I think that I should worry about on a day-to-day basis? Fuck no.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm kind of in this weird precipice thing with humanity where I go, we kind of had our chance and we ruined it. But then again, it's only on the precipice. We could change and become better. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe a big comet scare is kind of what we need to start getting people to wise up.
Yeah, maybe it'll adjust our trajectory into being fucking decent human people.
Which one could argue we are, but are we? A person is decent, but when you get a lot of people together, especially under the threat of a world-ending comet, they're not going to be good people.
No. Oh, no.
I think the best people are going to be the ones sitting up on their roof waiting to catch the first round of it. Just I'm cool. Yeah. I made peace.
Yeah, I just watched the sunset on the nuclear fallout as I get vaporized.
Yeah, no, I want to go as soon as it gets here. I don't want to deal with any of the other bullshit. Because you would literally watch humanity just devolve. Mm-hmm. It would be basic instincts only, and most people aren't going to care who they have to hurt to get it.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the other one? There was one more.
Oh, it was I forgot the name of it. I got it right here.
Starts with an L.
Oh my God, where did it go?
Or does it start with an A also?
I think it was A. Apostle. Dude, I just watched it this morning. Where did it go? Apophis.
Apophis.
Which I haven't delved in too much since listening to it, this morning when you sent it to me, but he said it was a real thing, mm-hmm. and it was coming in the next few years.
Yeah, so Apophis, they saw a few years back, I want to say early 2000s, and they actually said that there was a 2% chance that it was actually going to impact Earth. Since then, as they've tracked it, they say, okay, well, now the tracking has changed. It seems like it's definitely going to miss us, but it's going to pass. And I think it's only like 40,000 miles away from Earth's surface. Well, that's closer than our satellites.
Yeah, that's close as fuck.
It's closer. It's between us and the moon.
Yeah, I would think that's close enough that we would actually not only feel the rumble, but there would be other meteorological effects.
Tides.
Tides, yeah, I was going to say, it would definitely shift the water.
Might cause some earthquakes for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it. The barrier, the bulge that keeps our water in, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I think that would be disrupted somehow or another, which would cause like a drought in one area and a flood in another, tsunamis, that sort of thing. Definitely shitloads of earthquakes.
Yeah, maybe that's what we're seeing already. It's supposed to be passing by Earth in 2029. And it'll be big enough and bright enough that you'll be able to see it, and it's moving fast enough that you'll be able to see it go across the sky in the middle of the day. It'll look like a second sun rolling across it. Maybe that's what those things are talking about, is because like the serpents in the sky in Göbekli Tepe and these ancient civilizations, that maybe they actually saw it coming, and it looked like a serpent going across the sky.
Oh yeah, big, long, fucking fiery thing. You're just like, holy shit!
Yeah.
I gotta write this down.
King. Yeah, fuck. But yeah, you're just watching the fucking atmosphere get unzipped.
Yeah. I mean, I would even think you'd probably see some kind of ionization of like the ozone layer, just because it's going to be superheated, and that's going to cause a lot of greenhouse problems and things like that. Just like, yeah, man, that'd be so crazy.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in 2029.
We'll find out in 2029. And so the biggest thing that they were talking about was there's this portion of space that they're waiting for this thing to pass through. I can't remember what they call this thing. And it's like a 2,000 meter gap. And if that comet passes through like that little pinhole of space, then it will be close enough that the Earth's gravity will slingshot it and make it loop around and come back to its point of origin in like 10 years or something like that. So if it goes through this, so they're watching to see if it goes through this specific portion of space where it'll be right in the right zone to slingshot back around and actually impact Earth in like 2035 or something like that. And so that's what the big thing that they're watching right now for is they're trying to calculate. Every day it changes a little bit. The calculation changes a little bit because of every time it goes past the celestial body, the gravity kind of pulls it one way or another, shifts that trajectory a little bit. So there is a chance that it might possibly go through this pocket.
See, that's where I have the issues with the 3i Atlas. As close as it's going to the sun, yes, they're mapping its trajectory to basically like get near it and then veer off, another like 100 degrees or whatever it is. You watch the flight path, it's really cool. But that's one of the problems I have is like, why is it getting that close to the sun and just kind of glancing off? Because the gravitational pull of the sun is extremely powerful.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were going to pull that slingshot method and zip back around, it would definitely force multiply your speed, so you'd become a bullet shooting through space.
Yeah.
It's already traveling at 130,000 miles an hour. What happens if you quadruple it and then you run into something?
Yeah.
It's detrimental.
Yeah. And that's what they say the major difference between meteor impacts or asteroid impacts and comet impacts is like comet impacts have 3 times the force because they're traveling at such a accelerated rate of speed.
Yeah, inertia plays in there.
Opposed to a meteorite that's traveling. And you think, okay, well, you look at the moon and there's all these impact craters all over the whole moon is scarred with it.
And they're all the same depth.
Yeah, and the moon doesn't have an atmosphere to protect it from, most of the meteorites that come to Earth, for the most part, burn up in the atmosphere as they're entering or glance off the atmosphere. That's why you see like a shooting star is like that meteorite glancing off of the atmosphere for the most part when it does pierce through. You see that from time to time, like on the news, a meteorite or an asteroid strikes the Earth.
Yeah.
And they're usually some like basketball-sized things.
They started out as the size of a Volkswagen, just got burned down.
Yeah, yeah.
But they still make a huge fucking hole.
Oh yeah. And but a comet, you're like, okay, well, you never hear about that, but it actually happens a lot more frequently than you would think. I guess they estimate a comet hits the Earth, impacts the Earth once every 3 days. So there's a comet impact with the Earth. So it happens all the time.
Probably just most of them go in the ocean.
Yeah, and little pellets.
Yeah.
And even some of the I think one of the Egyptian kings had a knife that was made out of a meteorite, metal from a meteorite. Yeah, interesting.
He's like, I'm going to store this in the pyramids we found.
Yeah. Where should I put this in safe? Oh shit!
Good thing those were here when we got here.
This fucking thing.
He's probably like, how the fuck did they build these? So what do you think? Do you think 3I Atlas is just foreign object debris, or is it guided by some kind of intelligence?
The sci-fi nerd in me wants to believe that it is a guided thing, but like the chances of things happening in an infinite universe, I think that there's a chance. So that it's definitely a possibility that it's just a strong possibility for me that it's just a random comet that's just made its way.
Just space shit?
Just space shit. Doing space shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same page. I think I have a deeper hope that it's intelligence-based. I want it to be intelligence-based. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's time for us to actually have some kind of real interaction with non-human intelligence, or not even AI, because that's also non-human intelligence, but outside of our planet.
Extraterrestrial intelligence, for sure.
Even extra-dimensional, even interdimensional. I think it's just time for us to finally have an example of, to aspire to be better than we are.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of wanted to be aliens, some kind of benevolent species, of course. Not the come in and wipe all of you out to save the planet kind. But yeah, the likelihood of it just being space shit is pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Just the glimpse of the realization that the possibilities are in fact endless on everything. Like, you look at your life okay, I'm stuck doing this one thing, in reality you can do whatever you want if you just do it.
Yeah,
it's going to suck for quite a while probably for you, but
you may never actually make it.
If you're willing to do that for something that you enjoy doing, then I guess the possibilities are endless if you make them. So
I think the problem is, for an individual the possibilities are endless, but for the whole of humanity is very limited, because we can't just work together.
Yeah, but what I was getting at is, if we had that glimpse into interdimensional, extraterrestrial, or something, that glimpse of, oh shit, my perspective has been wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
and it's a collective conscious shift instead of just like one person here, one person here, one person here. It's a whole. You're changing that thought process as a whole. Then yeah, you can change the whole of society.
100%.
So yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful that either way, I think that we should go and send a probe there and get that fucking space beer brewing.
Yeah, what if it pulls up and it's just like, it's like a Budweiser truck to come up and start the party. It just like hovers over the planet. You guys want a party? Just beer sprays down.
What you got?
Take off your pants and panties.
Shit on the floor.
Get swifty. Oh my God, dude, how great would that be? Yeah. What if it's just like, what if it is some kind of intelligence, but it's literally just here for funsies?
Yeah. That'd
be so cool.
Let's get this fucking intergalactic party started.
We're not hosting an intergalactic
Let's let the
kegger.
cream rise to the top.
We're not hosting an intergalactic kegger. Why not?
Why not?
What if their beer is like way stronger and we even smell it and get hammered?
So. Yeah.
Oh man. You just take a sip, you're drunk for like a week straight.
Yeah. And then you get the fucking intergalactic shits.
Or what would be worse is the intergalactic spins. You just can't sleep, you're just like...
I'm actually falling off of the earth.
They're like, no, we threw you off, we hate you.
Yeah.
What about Black Knight? What do you think?
That one is a little more... I think there's something behind that. Like, there's something more there that we don't have we don't have the answers to. Somebody might. By somebody, I mean like governmental agencies.
They have answers for a lot of shit that they're just never going to share, which to me is still bullshit. But I actually do think it is not just a satellite, but also kind of a scanning device, because going in retrograde and then going into a polar orbit, you're probably scanning the planet.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, oh, let's just see what's over here. There's got to be a reason for it. The amount of energy it would take to do that is pretty massive, so it's like you're not going to expend that energy for nothing. But I also kind of tend to believe that there is potentially something else to it. It's not just, I'm going to scan the planet and I'm going to watch it. It could also be an arc. So it's like obtain several, species and things like that, or DNA samples to kind of like, hey, if something happens, we got it.
Yeah.
We can put it back together. We know the geology, the biology, we have all the answers. I have no basis for that, just something I believe.
Yeah. I mean, what if it was something like that, like some type of an arc, and then all of a sudden it just came down here and then, like, started changing the DNA of everything just from integrating it back into our atmosphere?
It depends on what we turned into, I guess.
Yeah. Just a planet full of woodies.
It's like in the Amazing Spider-Man, where the lizard wants to shoot some shit in the atmosphere and turn everybody into reptiles. That's what happens. We all just turn into lizard people.
David Icke was right.
Fuck. Son of a bitch.
How often is he right? It seems like a lot.
I want to believe he's never right. If he was like, this is how I tie my shoes, I'd be like, wrong. No.
You're wrong.
If he's like, this is how you chew. No, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's, a lot. If they haven't studied it, so, I mean, really their explanation for that, the government's official explanation for the Dark Knight satellite, is that it's actually a space blanket that was lost while they were trying to cover one of the solar shields.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
And they lost a hold of it as they were doing their spacewalk and putting this thing on, covering the shield or whatever, the solar array, and it just drifted off, and now it's just this piece of space garbage
That can just change direction, go against the spin of the Earth.
That's their official explanation.
Swamp gas.
Swamp gas. And then people are just like, oh.
Sounds legit to me.
If you tell me that's what it is, I believe you.
I tell you, great talking. Let's go down and get a ham sandwich with cigarettes.
Let's go get a Spam sandwich on white bread.
It does sound good.
It does.
I love Spam. I don't give a shit.
I fuck with Spam wholeheartedly.
No, dude, Spam and eggs.
Spam and rice with dippy eggs, runny eggs.
Oh, dippy eggs.
Some green onions.
Do we mac and cheese bar? Get that black pepper Spam, dice it up, saute it a little bit, put it right in your mac and cheese. Top to you.
Yeah, I might fuck with some Spam today. You know.
I just might.
Well, asteroids. Fascinating.
Fascinating. We need an actual conclusion. So, Black Knight is not a sheet of space debris. It's an actual satellite, potentially an arc. Mm-hmm. We'll have to go up there ourselves and take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3I Atlas is actually just a comet that's going to be passing through our solar system on its journey through the cosmos.
But we remain a 49% interest that it's potentially something else.
Intergalactic Budweiser truck.
Yeah, intergalactic Budweiser truck. Fuck. Solve that shit, Doctor. Only let's make it like shock top, so it's a little bit better quality.
Yeah. And then Apophis is yet to be determined. I mean, we'll have to wait.
that's an actual comment, and it's probably going to fuck us up.
Yeah. Either way, if it passes by us, there's going to be some things that are probably going to happen. So maybe put some water bottles in the back of your car. I don't know.
Yeah, you should have water bottles stored up anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I drink from the hose like a real man.
I'm a kid of the 80s and 90s.
I drink straight out of the gutter.
Look how hot this fucking water is.
That first 30 seconds, you're getting fucking a mouthful of boiling water.
Like metallic tasting boiling water. And we never complained.
I'd fucking be running. That's how I ran back then. Now I run more like Steven Seagal.
I do too.
Those are just my tits flapping around. But I'd be running and then go to the park and the sprinklers are on and you just stop one of the sprinklers and drink out of the sprinkler. Like straight up irrigation water.
Yeah. It's still potable.
It's fine.
Who gives a
fine.
We're still here.
That's why I got so smart.
That's how I became a fucking doctor, all right?
How do you like them apples?
Applesauce, bitch. Go drink some fucking hose water.
There you go. Go drink some hose water.
I think that's why kids are so soft these days.
No hose water.
No hose water. Or, even when we...
Maybe we should make our own cans of water.
Hose water? Dude.
That one's full.
We're making our own cases of bottled water, selling them for $20 a piece. Hose water.
Hose water.
People are just like,
oh, this tastes like hose water.
Oh, that's really metallic. Yeah, it's actual fucking hose
that's
water.
The minerals.
It's the minerals.
That's the minerals you're tasting.
Believe it or not, that's pH balanced. That's
why it costs so much money, because all the minerals.
All the fucking minerals, every single one of them. You name a mineral, it's in there.
Probably. Fluoride, probably.
Fluoride for sure. Might be a little touch of AIDS in there, you never know. We don't know where the fucking water comes from.
The hose.
From the spigot right over there. You turn the fucking knob.
Well, I think
we fucking solved it.
Yeah, Avi Loeb hit us up for more information, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're a professor at Harvard and everything, but we're kind of a big deal here.
How many doctors do you know that went to Harvard? All of them.
I think the better question is, how many doctors do you know that barely fucking graduated high school, all right? How do you get a doctorate on your own?
That's called determination.
That's fucking smarts, wicked smart. My boy here is wicked smart. I like how this just turned into a whole, like, New England accent, like...
How did that happen?
We're smarter than everybody.
Maybe that's why. I think all smart people have that accent. Should have.
I think so. I mean, it worked for Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Right? My boy was wicked smart.
All I need is a chalkboard in a few minutes. I'll write down a whole bunch of numbers.
Yeah, I'll be smart like the Leo character in The Departed. They just say he got a really high SAT score, so that made him smart.
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 Wicked smart. That's why he went undercover, because he's a co-op.
Because he's a co-op.
Co-op. I love how they put a U in there. Co-op. Or better yet, maybe it's a W.
W-O-P.
Co-op.
Yeah, I'm a co-op.
Yeah. I'm Irish. I'm a fucking co-op. Yeah, dude. Solved it.
Solved it.
The world might end in the next couple of years, or it could end in
2035.
between late October and early December when 3-1 comes back around.
Or it could just happen tomorrow when the one coming from behind the sun that we haven't seen yet just
Hey, you know
splits us
what?
in half like a fucking
Like a prison inmate.
date night in prison.
That was awful. Awful funny.
Awful.
Yeah, I think if that's our fate, that's our fate. But I think in the grand scheme of the cosmos, our planet is too important to destroy. But everything on the surface of the planet can fair game.
Use a touch-up.
Yeah.
A little reef.
Just a little.
Yeah. Shake things up a bit.
We're just like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Just.
There you go.
That's better. Smooth again. Oh shit! There's all this.
Outlook is promising. Good.
There's all this debris that came off. Just throw that into the sun.
That's from the dust that's been sitting on my shelf for 13,000 years.
13. It's been a minute. I do think it's funny because I watched the new Fantastic Four movie, and the way that Galactus is coming to Earth is very similar to the pattern of 3-1 Atlas.
Oh, really?
Kind of like there's no map to see it, but the way they describe it in the movie is kind of similar. Like, oh, he's passing Jupiter now. Okay. Which makes you also kind of think, as close as 3-1 is coming to some of these planets, like maybe they're just like swinging by, grab some samples on the way.
Yep.
You know,
Throw out some probes here, get a little dusting here.
throw out a net, see what you get.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. We're going to find out.
A couple months.
And the answer may not matter. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Maybe Halloween will actually be scary this year.
It's your last fucking Halloween. Better enjoy that Kit Kat.
Those real zombies? Tight.
Whoa.
Have you watched the new Wednesday?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Tim Burton.
I didn't even watch the first one.
Oh.
So maybe I should.
The first season is pretty fun. It's very... I think the second one so far is darker. First one is kind of a teeny bop kind of movie or series. And then this one is kind of a little heavier. It's pretty good.
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah.
I need some new shit to watch.
It's a fun watch.
Yeah.
I started watching it... right now there's only 4 episodes in the second season, but they're pretty good.
I'll give it a go. Anyway, call it solved. Doctor. I'm glad we
Another
saw.
one in the books.
Just fucking
Yep.
done.
Made a great impact.
Impact. All right, let's kill that one there. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.